Good evening, people, and welcome to PixelSports presents Gold Level Football Podcast. And this is an India's World Cup qualifier dissection. And because this is a serious episode, we are back. The three guys who started this podcast. I have with me DJ, and Gigi. I will straight come to the point to Gigi. What do you make of this whole shenanigans of this group?
Well, I think first and foremost we need to talk about the refereeing error yesterday in the match against Qatar. It was not only an unfortunate error, it was a tremendous mistake. It is unforgivable. On a world stage, at a World Cup qualifier, first and foremost, why do we not have VAR? And if we don't have VAR, all right, what is the linesman doing? He is an international referee. A team is pulling back the ball from outside the playing area for 1 foot outside the playing area, goal line, and it's being given goal. We don't know what would have happened if that goal did not stand. So that was the first unfortunate thing I want to underline about yesterday's match. And other than that, we need to talk about many things. But before that,
I want to come to DJ. DJ, did we miss Sunil Chhetri? And if yes, then is it a plausible excuse?
No, it's not an excuse because we are going to miss him for quite some time now, in next couple of months at least, because he served for the nation for this many years in center forward position. So it's very difficult for anyone to come and just started playing like Sunil Chhetri and scoring like him. It's not possible. And the decision was, it was almost like a daylight robbery, as Gigi mentioned. But that if we just keep that decision aside, there's so many things, there's too many decisions which we should speak about, and we should point it out. This is time to
who should take the responsibility? Is it the manager who should come out and say that it was his fault, his team selection has been questioned?
Has he not resigned yet?
No, he hasn't.
Unfortunately not.
Okay.
Just one point here.
Yeah.
Coming to, because it was the elephant in the room, the decision. So let's put that aside, because these things will happen in international football. It has happened for eternity. There have been decisions. We remember the goal that Germany, England.
In this AFC Cup in Qatar only, you remember the red card.
Yes,
exactly. So shambolic decisions will happen. But India played 4 matches against Kuwait and Afghanistan. 2 matches against Afghanistan, 2 matches against Kuwait. They could have scored 12 points and they took only 5 points. Kuwait qualified with 7 points with a much inferior goal difference. If you cannot score 7 to 8 points against Kuwait and Afghanistan, you are not eligible to qualify for the next round. As simple as that. You do not deserve to qualify. So India did not deserve either. We must remember that.
So once again, I will come to DJ because Gigi is going on a rant about something else. Forgetting my question is, who should take the responsibility?
See, in my list, first one is Igor Stimac. There's no doubt about it. Players, we will criticize because of the way they play, the performance. See, players, in every player's life, there is a patch of bad form. It happens, right? But now the coach is here for almost 4 years. We expect that he knows everyone. He knows the scene.
More than 4 years.
More than 4 years. Yes, and he knows
2019 May Igor Stimac joined.
Yes, right. So he knows Indian football scene, how the players, what are the different leagues are being played, what are the clubs we have. But I have
my question was,
so I have doubts. You ask him which are the different teams playing in I-League this year, he will not able to answer you. So that's a problem. And then
one thing that bothers me about Igor Stimac, Gigi, is that we don't see him in the grounds during the ISL. We see Gareth Southgate, many international managers, especially Gareth Southgate, because we follow EPL more closely. He comes and visits every important matches. or not only the important matches where the English player contingent is playing, be it Bournemouth, be it Watford, be it Everton, yes. He comes and regularly visits the grounds.
Yes.
Stimac, I can't remember when the last time I saw him in the stands. So, what is this? How do you think that Igor Stimac selects his team?
Look, Igor Stimac, after a point, I got the impression that he took everything for granted. And taking a nation of almost 130 crore people for granted is the worst mistake you can do. Who allowed him to take things for granted? Who is behind that? Is AIFF allowing him to do that? Is the system allowing him? Are the players complicit with him? Now, these questions need to be asked. How dare he take things for granted? Because he did not, as you said, he did not visit any matches. We did not see any I-League player up until the recent 2 matches. We saw Nanda Kumar suddenly coming on against Qatar after the 80th minute. How do you expect Nanda Kumar to suddenly come on and perform well in such a crunch situation?
He had no clue yesterday. When he subbed in,
we are not going at Nanda Kumar.
We are saying that why this substitution happened?
Yes.
Why
not Mahesh? You actually put a lot of time behind Mahesh, and suddenly Mahesh is out of favor.
Yes.
Why? Who will explain this? There is no explanation. It's almost like the Indian media right now. The Indian media, it does not ask very difficult political questions. Similarly, the Indian media scene in the footballing area, they do not ask pertinent questions to Stimac, or Stimac very strategically avoids these questions. And he always comes up with some logic, he comes up with some explanation or the other.
To justify it, Rahim Ali is getting number 11 jersey next day when Chetri left, and he's playing in the starting 11. I would not select him in the full 26 squad. He's playing in the starting 11 against Qatar. I don't know who is taking the decision. Igor Stimac, of course.
Coming to the players, I want to ask both of you. Firstly, you, DJ, because let's face it, it was a bad decision yesterday from the part of the referees. But should not the level of goalkeeper that Gurpreet is, he should have caught the ball.
Yes, it was an easy collect for Gurpreet. So decision actually saved him. And we talked this many times before that Gurpreet is not our number 1 goalkeeper anymore. So and then he is our captain. Fortunately or unfortunately, he is the captain, so he is going to serve nation for some time now till he retires. I don't know. I don't have any answers to this. He should have collected it easily, and that decisions, referee would not get a chance to take that horrible decision.
I will not go on about Gurpreet Singh Sandhu because you have already said this, and I am on a rant mode today. So because you
are in a rant mode, Gigi, I want to ask you that when Stimac joined this job, India was flirting with the 100th FIFA ranking position, because in the year 2019 India was once 100. They finished the year in 108th position, and now they are, after 4 or 5 years of Stimac at helm, India is at 121st.
Yes.
So how do you see this whole tenure of Stimac, where there's only lows like this yesterday, or there are so many highs, some highs?
Look, I think Stimac came in with a lot of promise because he has been a very good player, a very well-known, well-respected player. And then we heard that he was very prepared for the job. He knew all the players. AIFF was very amused by him, apparently. And then he thought that everyone will stay amused about him throughout his tenure. And everyone will clap for him. And he started hyping up and glorifying very minor achievements.
Yes, like the SAP championships, like the Intercontinental Cup.
Tell me, what is his contribution in big tournaments? You brought up the example of Southgate. I know Southgate gets a lot of flack. Southgate gets a lot of criticism. But there is no comparison between someone like Southgate and Stimac. Southgate at least took the England team to the finals of World Cup and Euro.
Yes. Semi-finals of the World Cup to Euro finalist.
What did Stimac do? In big tournaments, when the strategy of the manager actually comes to the forte, their Stimac has always disappointed. We have never seen a good strategy. We have never seen a very collected and calm and composed mentality in the team.
There's no clear identity about this Indian
No one
team.
knows what his plan is.
Because I remember when Gourab was the manager of the Indian team, treated as one of the worst Indian coaches of all time, but that Indian team also had some kind of an identity because they wanted to play short passes and not going for a longer pass. I want to ask you, DJ, what is the responsibility of a manager? Because you cannot at this level, when a player is 27, 20, 25, you cannot teach him how to control a ball, how to dribble past 4 or 5 players. So you have to make with what you have. You have to make do. As PK Banerjee used to say, that you cannot expect to make biryanis out of some vegetables.
No, and whatever ingredients you have to cook with that.
Yes.
Now you have players like Apuya, Sahal, Changte. You have to create a strategy around them. You have to understand, know your key players and their capabilities, their skills, their what is the competency level of those players, and accordingly you have to create a strategy. 2 types of coaches. One is standard coaches who works like this accordingly, and second is like create their own strategy. But again, end of the day, what matters most, what you have in your hand. You don't have Messi or you don't have KDB. So you cannot have a strategy where Messi and KDB is perfectly fit.
Igor Stimac has time and again said, there is no striker. Who will score goal for me?
Who is responsible for that? If you don't have a striker, then create a strategy where your winger will score more goals.
Yes, and who will answer? If the teacher comes to the class and asks the questions.
And don't tell me that coaches in the world never played without number 9. We have seen many.
Rather in modern day football, slowly the marksman position is going away, fading away.
Yes, so
and we are not there to answer. Stimac has to answer. When Stimac is asked a question, he counters that question with another question.
So AFC Asian Cup, the recent one, right? He got everything. He got his pool of players. I never seen. Yes, but I never seen actually someone from AIFM or other management staff is actually restricting him to select a specific player. Otherwise, Rahim Ali could not have been selected ever, right? So, but he's getting his players, his own set of players. Again, AFC Asian Cup, what we have seen: 0 goal, 0 points. We have appreciated them a lot after that first half against Australia.
Yes.
But again in that match, we still remember the mistakes by individual players like Gurpreet. Right, so you have to highlight them, you have to rectify them, you have to replace them. It cannot happen that you have a pool of players, but you know that you have a better players in that position. You are not selecting him because you will create your own set of players and you will play with them ever. Right now, Mahesh, he raised this question. He raised this point. Right, Mahesh was in South Championship. We have seen Mahesh was very new to the scene, Indian scene, and he was brilliant. He can play in both the wing, like midfield also, and he was like supporting Sunil Chhetri like anything. Sunil was better when Mahesh was there in the field. We have seen that. Now suddenly we see and
Mahesh was
out of favor, and Mahesh was always better in Indian jersey. East Bengal jersey, he played not like what we see in Indian jersey. Right now, suddenly we see Nanda Kumar. So it's a East Bengal quota that substitution someone will come from East Bengal. It never like that, right? We have not seen that. No forces told him that you have to select this many players from Mumbai City or this many players from Mohun Bagan and you have to play with that.
But he doesn't go by this logic also, because what we have seen in the ISL this season, that the best goalkeeper is Purva Lachenpa. I can't remember when the last time Purva Lachenpa
never one match last
played.
Yeah, one match last year.
So he never plays in.
Never.
I think the main problem that we are trying to underline here with Stimac is a lack of plan.
Yes.
We cannot understand. We have not been able to understand since the last 1 year. We have actually shared all our opinions with the viewers.
No, tell me one second. Tell me his strategy yesterday. What was his defensive strategy yesterday? What was his defensive strategy? 2 fullbacks? No, there was no two fullbacks. Manvir was playing fullback position.
It was
I'm asking.
Kind of a wing back system.
Wing back system. Then what? Jai Gupta was
left wing back.
Left wing back. Okay, so then Manvir.
But you cannot. For me, that I have seen this year's ISL very closely.
He dropped Suhashish Bose.
Yes, who is the perfect left wing back.
Not only from the starting 11, from the squad.
Also.
From the squad
Jai
also.
Gupta is a very, very good upcoming player.
Yes, of course. He's a
but
good player.
for me, he don't have the legs to run up and down the field for the whole 90 minutes. He cannot play as a left wing back. So the player selection issue is not going away. And there is no logic in selecting the player.
That is the main problem. That there is no logic.
There is no
If
logic.
we found some plan, for example, you talked about Wim Kovermans,
Yes.
right? During Kovermans, we actually saw some plan. There was a planning that he wanted to play a certain style of football.
Again, in the AFC Asian Cup, always we talked about this, that you are Minos, play like Minos,
Yes.
long balls, crowd in the defense. You
Play in the
don't
counter.
play in the counter. You don't play like that. You try to play tiki taka, and then you are not scoring a single goal in a whole. This is the first outfield goal we scored in
2024, yes.
So I think we should not expect much from a coach who has the rumors of selecting the team from astrologers. So there are also levels to this, right?
I know.
A rumor like this
Actually, this
only comes out from a rotten system.
This kind of rumors come out of Africa, right? Where the African minnows, the African below par teams, they play with the voodoo dolls, they play with some kind of cars, putting a dead cat behind the post of the goalkeeper. I just have to stop these guys because they will go on ranting. What lies ahead, DJ, of this Indian team? Should Stimac continue?
No, not at all.
It's not even a question.
This is not a question. You have to have a sensible coach. See, when Stimac joined, right, we are very hopeful. The status of Stimac, we have seen him coaching Luka Modric. So we thought that this will be this will give us a new dawn to Indian football, right? And now from 109 to 121. So we are behind. We are going downwards. We are behind. We are seeing Afghanistan playing better football than us.
Palestine have qualified.
In AFC, I was in pain seeing Tajikistan getting qualified and we're not scoring a single goal.
Syria,
Pakistan and Bangladesh, they have already included players of foreign their origin.
Stimac is saying this from the very beginning, but I'm saying this is one excuse of him.
I'm saying if it goes on like this, they will slowly overtake India.
Yes, they would.
But we have already drawn against Bangladesh, right? And you are the under Stimac.
Bangladesh always gives a fighting performance against India. It's not like India dominates in the SAF championship either.
Yes.
But they tend to win it. Okay, so I will try to close this episode on a high note that the goal.
I don't see any high.
No, I have.
Okay.
We, the Gold Devil team, podcast team, have a blueprint to how to rectify this Indian system. If you guys have something like this, please send this along with us to the AIFF.
Yes.
Please do.
And tell us in the comment what do you like to see about this Indian team in the next couple of years. We will be back again with the Indian team contingent. We will be back again very soon with the Euro round of videos that we used to do.
About India, we will be back with the FC Cup qualifiers.
Before you close, any prediction when we are seeing this Stimac's resignation?
I don't think he will go before his contract expires.
As we speak, we have not found any resignations.
So all right.
So follow our all the social media handles. You will find the links in the description box, and we will come back pretty soon with the Euros. I am excited for the Euros.
Yes.
Are you?
extremely
Absolutely,
excited
yeah.
because
I don't see it in your face.
No, this
I have
episode. No, yes, absolutely.
I have no other options. Right?
Yeah.
We'll be back again. Until then, stay wild.